Ron DeSantis has launched and failed his campaign. Let's uncover the truth. This was hands down the worst, most unexciting presidential announcement in American history. And it's not just my personal opinion, which it is, but here are the numbers from the Twitter Spaces live stream. According to the data, the DeSantis 2024 launch peaked at 300K. April, the giraffe giving birth, 1.2 million. AOC playing video games on Twitch, 430K. BuzzFeed making watermelons explode, 807K. Drake playing Fortnite, 628K. Cristiano Ronaldo accidentally recording himself in a sauna, 700K. So the numbers don't lie. It was abysmal for Ron DeSantis. And to top it off, Ron DeSantis would then go on to launch his Twitter account with the DeSantis War Room. And it's a picture of Elon Musk, and it got 6 million views and only 2,700 likes. By the way, it got ratioed by a user who put up a picture of Elon Musk and Ghislaine Maxwell. So not a hot start for Ron DeSanctimonious. And here is the actual opening of the Twitter Spaces. I'm going to cut it off after 30 seconds because, warning, it's very boring. Let's give it a watch.
Well, I am running for president of the United States to lead.
Look at all the stock footage of
American
Elon Musk
comeback.
in the video.
Look, we know our country's going in the wrong direction. We see it with our eyes, and we feel it in our bones.
He's not running for president.
Our southern borders collapse. Drugs are pouring into
Elon
the
Musk
country.
again.
Our cities are being hollowed out by spiking crime. The federal government's making it harder for the average family to make ends meet and to attain and maintain a middle-class lifestyle. And our president...
Okay, some more attacks on Biden. And by the way, Republicans are the one who want to use everyday American Social Security benefits to pay off the national debt that they accrued. But guys, isn't that weird? Elon Musk stock footage is making up half of his campaign launch. And all those other Republican talking points are no different than any of the other candidates. So a real just crapping the bed there on the debut, not standing out from the crowd. And so we're actually going to move on to his next appearance that followed the disastrous live stream, where he goes on Fox News and gets asked some actually pretty good questions by the Fox moderator. But DeSantis does a classic DeSantis and answers by dodging the question. Let's watch the first one.
How would you address the ongoing war in Eastern Europe between Russia and Ukraine on day one of a Ron DeSantis presidency?
Well, first, I think what we need to do as a veteran is recognize that our military has become politicized. You talk about gender ideology. You talk
Not
about
answering the
things
question,
like global warming that
lies.
they're somehow concerned, and that's not the military that I served in. We need to return our military to focusing on commitment, focusing on the core values and the core mission.
Vague promises.
That would be something that I could take care of on day one.
How?
There'll be a new sheriff in town as commander-in-chief.
Oh, so the guy who wants to de-woke the military, the one who was caught wearing rain boots up to his knees and wearing high heels, is going to make the military manly again. And by the way, dodged the question and then would go on to say that Ukraine isn't a vital interest for America, even though it is. So not a good foreign policy guy, and once again, just parroting the woke ideology. So let's move on to when he is asked about what he's going to do about climate change, and he gives a similar response.
What is your view on climate change, and what is the role of government in addressing it?
Good question.
The hurricanes are not, they have not increased in number. People try to say when we had Ian that it was because of climate change.
It was.
But if you look at
climate
the
experts
first 60
say it
years,
was.
From 1900 to 1960, we had more major hurricanes hit Florida than in the 60 years since then. This is something that's a fact of life.
No, it's not.
In the Sunshine State. I've always rejected the politicization of the weather.
So first, he's against the politicization of the military. Then he's against politicization of the weather. And by the way, during Hurricane Ian, Ron DeSantis was begging Biden to give him federal aid and do that spending that he likes to wage a war against. Biden, of course, complied because he is a president for all the people. And lastly, we have Ron DeSantis going back to doing the only thing he knows best, which is to wage a war against wokeness. Take a listen to this.
Well, first of all, the woke mind virus is basically a form of cultural Marxism. At the end of the day, it's an attack on the truth. And because it's a war on truth, I think we have no choice but to wage a war on woke. So how does that work for a president? Some of it may be the bully pulpit, being willing to tell the truth and not being deluded by ideology, which we see in many aspects of our society.
So this guy's basically Elon Musk running for president, an uncharismatic, unlikable guy, parroting Putin's talking points, trying to just de-woke everything, and just boring. Don't you guys think this is the most boring presidential launch in American history? And that's why it didn't get a lot of views. So I'm going to wrap this up by saying we shouldn't fear Ron DeSantis. He's going to get clobbered by Donald Trump, and just wait for these debates. I'm actually looking quite forward to them.